Hello everyone, Enoch here, and in today's video, we will be reacting to innocent lives ruined by the internet. This video is by Visual Ventura, I think that's how you say it. But basically, I reacted to this guy before. I think his channel is pretty great, and I'm actually interested in what we're about to watch today. And also, guys, make sure you guys are following me on Twitch at Enoch the Goalie. I will leave the link down below and in the comments. That's where I'll be streaming from now on. If you guys want to see the content early, that's exactly where you need to be going, because I'll be streaming on Twitch and then posting the content onto YouTube. So I really appreciate if you guys do that once again. We also did hit 1,000 subscribers on my gaming channel. I really appreciate that from you guys as well. Let's get right into this video. This content is for entertainment purposes only. You know, guys, he doesn't condone any of the behaviors or activities shown here. Just everyone to act responsibly and blah, blah, blah.
Upsetting. If you don't like it, turn it off.
The meanest thing I read was, I hope you yourself and I hope you get an eating disorder so you'll look pretty.
Simply because some idiot is.
Nah, that's fucked up, bro. Sorry, guys. I'm kind of eating yogurt in the back, man. I didn't have my breakfast yet. I kind of just woke up like 30 minutes ago. All right, I think it's fixed now. I had to fix my audio settings for my desktop. Sorry, guys.
A Twitter account. They called the account Uma Compton, same face, different name. And Uma Compton was preparing to cause a lot of trouble. The Uma Compton account introduced itself as a Christian mother.
Proud Christian mother of 3, suicide survivor, anti-bully advocate.
But the things Uma
That's the starter pack for people to say some crazy shit, and that's actually fucked up that people bring up things like that in an argument, but I would never put something like that in my bio, even though it's in good faith. People are just fucked up, bro.
Compton posted were the opposite of Christian.
Not long after the account's creation, Uma started posting and quickly garnered attention for a series of outlandish and often vulgar tweets that she would publish.
In one tweet, Uma bragged about her skills in the bedroom. Another tweet implied that she was romantically involved with her brother. Remember, this account was using Natalia's real face. People thought the woman.
I hate Twitter accounts that do that shit. They be having profile pictures of other people that's not even them, and they're tweeting shit like that. They're just, bro, that is so fucked up. The person behind that Twitter account, man,
behind those controversial tweets was bold enough to show her identity. The account went viral. Screenshots of the tweets went viral. It felt like everyone was talking about Uma Compton. But the troll behind the Uma Compton account didn't stop at tweets. They decided to make music, and things got even worse. The internet troll released full songs under the name Uma Compton. The lyrics were offensive and the quality was terrible. There were even music videos with a cartoon version of Uma, which was actually Natalia's face. Soon, she had fans who started making fan pages of her. To them, Uma Compton was an internet icon. She was famous for being inappropriate. Meanwhile, Natalia was still in Moscow living her normal life. She didn't use Twitter or speak English, so she had no idea that she was the face of Uma Compton. That's probably why the troll chose her in the first place. She seemed like someone who would never find out. But then the troll slipped up and everything came crashing down. In January 2016, the Uma Compton account uploaded a new photo of Natalia. She was pointing at a street sign written in Russian. In the background, there was a phone number. A reporter named Ryan saw the post. Immediately, he realized that something was off. Uma always tweeted that she lived in America, so why was the street sign written in Russian? Ryan looked up the phone number. It led him to Natalia's VK page in Russia. Natalia's page had the exact same photos Uma Compton was using, but it showed a completely different person. Ryan reached out to Natalia and her husband. When he told them about Uma Compton, they were shocked. Ryan knew he had to expose the truth, so he published his findings. And the internet finally saw it. Uma Compton wasn't real. It was just a troll causing mischief with stolen pictures.
That people found out the truth,
banned
bro.
the Uma Compton account, but by then the damage was permanent. Tweets had already been screenshotted. Songs were downloaded and reposted. And Natalia's face was tied to all that disgusting content. And she could no longer come to America because if she...
Bro, imagine somebody doing that to you in another country. You don't even have a damn clue because you don't speak their language and you don't use their apps, bro. Like, that's actually crazy to think about. You could just be living your normal life and someone's just using all your pictures and posting it on fucking social media and saying stupid shit.
She would be recognized as one of the worst people ever. Natalia's face was stolen and she didn't even know it until it was too late. But here's the scary part. This could happen to any of us because your personal information is already floating online. not because of some troll, but because of data brokers. So they sell your private information without your consent. They make no attempt to stop scammers or even stalkers from buying it. Why? Because they make billions of dollars a year off of it. And I don't understand why, but it is completely legal. So I know you guys might not understand the gravity of what I'm saying right now, but I've had firsthand experience with people stealing my information and threatening me with it to the point that the authorities got involved. It's serious. That's why I use Aura, the sponsor of this video. Aura finds data brokers exposed.
You don't gotta hit us with the. Let me skip this shit, bro. I know you're just trying to get the bag, bro, but sorry, bro.
Free for 14 days at aura.com/VV. That's more than
I'm
enough
not using
time
that
for
shit,
them
bro.
to start removing your information online.
Y'all should though.
Caitlin Upton. Caitlin Upton thought she was about to become a beauty queen. Instead, she became the target of internet trolls who ruined her life. In November 2006, Caitlin became Miss Teen South Carolina, and it was time to take the next step. She moved on to the national stage Miss Teen USA.
Tonight, 51 of the hottest teens from all over the nation are getting ready to compete for the dream of a lifetime.
It was a huge event. Millions were watching live from home. Caitlin made it to the top 5. That's when the questions began. One of the judges asked her a question.
Recent polls have shown a fifth of Americans can't locate the U.S. on a world map. Why do you think this is?
It was a question about education and geography, but maybe Caitlin was nervous because what came out next was not a logical answer. It was a mess.
Because some people out there in our nation don't have maps, and I believe that our education, like such as in South Africa and the Iraq, everywhere like such as.
The crowd went silent.
What the fuck is she talking about? I feel like she probably had a better idea in her head, like he said, bro, but what came out was like, and everyone was silent after that. I know she got bashed like crazy on the internet, bro, for that.
Even
that was
the
like
host
the
froze.
worst possible
He wanted
answer.
to help her, but he couldn't.
As a host, they specifically tell me that you're not allowed to say anything or help the contestant at all.
Caitlin wasn't the first to fumble during a pageant, but internet trolls decided to make her suffer for her mistake. Someone clipped Caitlin's mistake and posted it online. It spread like wildfire. The video crossed 1 million views on YouTube. On Reddit, the comments were vicious. One said, "This is what having a brain fart looks like." They made memes and parody videos. One showed cartoons dancing in her brain.
I personally believe that U.S. Americans are unable to do so because
But the online jokes spilled into her real life. One day, Caitlin's family found a strange letter in the mailbox. It contained hateful comments telling Caitlin to go die for your stupidity. At a college party, a group of guys
It's not that
recognized her,
deep,
and
bro.
they started mocking her on the spot. Her mental health took a hit. She didn't feel safe in public. Caitlin even lost childhood friends because they were embarrassed to be seen with her. Years passed.
All because of
trolling
that one
slowly
little question,
became
bro?
Less and less. And after all these years, Caitlin
And those are some fake ass friends too. You're not gonna be my friend because I fucked up one little question, bro. Tell me something embarrassing to be my friend. She was the former Miss South Carolina, bro. She's literally going to have more money than all of her friends, bro. And I'm not just talking about just money, bro. She's probably the most successful of all them people, and they're gonna sit there and judge her just because of one little moment, as if those people have never said anything stupid in their whole life, bro. It's actually crazy.
was finally able to move on with her life. This next case is about a kind gesture that backfired. Nicola Brooks. Nicola Brooks didn't go looking for trouble. She was just a mom sitting on the couch watching TV with her daughter. Then she did one thing that put a target on her back. It started in November 2011. Nicola and her teenage daughter were watching X Factor, the talent show. A contestant named Frankie got kicked off for breaking the rules. Frankie was a controversial figure. He had a wild attitude. He bragged about breaking the law. Some viewers couldn't stand him. So when Frankie was eliminated, the internet celebrated. One headline read, "Frankie's departure from the X Factor means the end of too tight trousers, enormous hair, and some extremely painful singing." But it wasn't just jokes and memes. The comments about Frankie became violent. Some wanted him to get hit by a bus. Others talked about doing disgusting things to him. The harassment was so extreme that Frankie himself spoke out.
A few weeks ago, people didn't have a Scooby who I was, and now I'm walking down the street and there's people shouting stuff at me and like yeah, just trying to give me a hard time.
Nicola saw all of it and she was horrified, so she decided to help. She posted a kind message on Facebook. It read, "Keep your friends and your family close, Frankie. The online bullies will move on to someone else soon." That's all she said.
That's
but
all she
somehow
said.
Internet trolls didn't like that. They turned on her.
Bro, these internet trolls are like the most just losers, bro. You have the time to like just hate on random people for just defending someone for a valid reason. And y'all just gonna sit there and I just want to know what they're gonna say, bro. That's actually crazy.
At first, it was just typical trolling. They just called her names. Then it escalated. They made fake Facebook accounts using Nicola's name and face. But they weren't just impersonating her. They were trying to destroy her. Some fake accounts messaged children. Others posted offensive content, all with Nicola's name and face.
I was getting photos made of me that the trolls were posting up.
She reported everything to Facebook, but they weren't much help.
I was using the report system. I was clicking over and over again, thinking this would stop, something would be done.
So she went to the police, but they couldn't help either. Most of the trolling was just online, but after 6 months, it leaked into the real world. On Mother's Day 2012, the internet trolls posted Nicola's home address online. Anyone with bad intentions now knew where to find her. That night, Nicola was anxious. She went to bed with the lights on. For extra security, she placed a knife under her pillow. Not long after, Facebook shut down the accounts impersonating her. But Nicola wasn't satisfied. She wanted to know the real identity of her cyberbullies, so she dragged Facebook to court.
Nicola instructed a lawyer and they contacted Facebook to ask for details of those trolling her.
It took months of legal pressure, but in the end, Nicola won. Facebook was forced to hand over the names. The paperwork arrived and the name at the top left her speechless. The biggest troll, the one who did the most damage, was a police officer. She forwarded the names to the authorities immediately.
I'm not even that surprised. How you think they was getting that information, bro? And that's the thing. People in law enforcement can get away with a lot of things because they know a lot of information. That's crazy. That's it's suspected but unsuspected. If you feel me, bro.
Prosecution Service has since recommended that no charges be brought against them.
Nicola defended someone who was being bullied, and internet trolls tried to destroy her for that. This next case was about someone who was hurt by their own hero, Alexis Carter. It was early 2014. Alexis Carter was a junior in high school getting ready for prom, and she had the perfect dress in mind. She wanted to wear a green jumpsuit just like Rihanna's. The dress was unique because it had sleeves that looked like wings. There was one problem. The designer version was way too expensive. Alexis had two options: pick another outfit or find someone to recreate Rihanna's jumpsuit. She chose the second option. Alexis found a local tailor to sew.
I'm already know what they're gonna say,
bro. It wasn't
bro.
exact, but it was close enough. On prom night, Alexis
that's good, bro. She tried her best with the budget she had.
Classmates loved it. She smiled wide and posed for photos. Later that night, Alexis posted a few photos online. Then she went to bed with a smile, but internet trolls were about to wipe that smile off her face. By morning, Alexis's photos were going viral. Some troll online compared her sleeves to bat wings. Then they gave her a nickname: Prom Bat. Within hours,
this isn't as bad as the other ones. These are just funny. I know she probably gonna take it to heart. I understand, but this is actually just funny trolling. Like, it's not actually gonna it's not shitting on you, just funny.
Prom Bat was trending. Trolls photoshopped her into bat logos and superhero posters. Alexis tried to ignore the memes, but then something happened that absolutely crushed her. On May 9th, 2014, the meme reached Rihanna herself, the same Rihanna whose dress Alexis tried to recreate. Instead of defending her fan, Rihanna reposted the meme. She posted this photo, a side-by-side comparison of her original dress and Alexis. It got over 9,000 retweets and
come on, bro.
likes.
Come on. Your own fan like that?
Super low cut green.
That's why you cannot idolize these influencers, bro. They don't really like a lot. I'm not saying all of them. Some of them don't even really like y'all for real. They just see y'all as a number, bro. She's laughing at her own fan for recreating something that she did. And the outfit she did ain't even that bad, in my opinion. I mean, it ain't the same, but it ain't bad. If Rihanna didn't wear it and she just wore that by herself, I know that nobody would really care that much, bro.
Jumpsuit with wings, got a Rihanna emoticon frown along.
She put a whole frown in everything.
Comparing it to the Wu-Tang Clan's logo.
When Alexis saw Rihanna's post, she was heartbroken. Alexis said, "I started crying at first when it went viral. When Rihanna posted that photo, it made it 10 times worse. Later that day, she gathered every Rihanna CD she owned and threw it all.
I don't blame her. Throw that shit in the trash.
Fuck
Rihanna, bro.
And people finally stopped bullying Alexis. This next story proves trolls don't need facts. They can just make things up.
I learned that the hard way, bro.
Norman was a teenager from Germany. He loved filming goofy skits with a camcorder, but one of those skits invited dangerous people into his life. In 2006, Norman created a fictional character named Leopold. Leopold was supposed to be a hot-headed gamer with a bad temper. One day, Norman filmed himself acting as Leopold. In that skit, Leopold was having a meltdown over a computer game. It was meant to be a joke about gamers who took things way too seriously. He posted the video on his personal website, so anyone who saw it knew it was an act. And then the problem started. Someone downloaded the video, then uploaded it on YouTube with a different title, Angry German Kid. It went viral on YouTube. Not because people thought it was funny, but because people thought it was real. Based on the comments, they thought Norman was an angry, unstable mess. Then German television found it, and they made the situation 10 times worse. In November 2006, there was a tragic incident in Germany. It involved a school and a pew-pew. German media scrambled to find something to blame. There was a theory going around that video game addiction made kids violent.
I used to hate that
reporters
argument,
went looking for examples. Just like that, they found Norman's video. It was perfect. A TV station used the clip in a documentary about gaming addiction and violence. They didn't mention it was a sketch. Instead, they made up a story. They claimed the meltdown was real and that Norman's father secretly recorded him. They even called him Leopold like it was his real name. Norman was a good kid, but now millions thought he was a violent freak. Just when it seemed it couldn't get any worse.
That's why you can't listen to everything y'all see online. This is a prime example. People can make up any narrative they want. I'd be saying that especially on TikTok, bro, and Twitter. Like, people would take the same clip and give it 3 different contexts, bro. That be the problem. People can really run away with anything they want to say. That's why I do my own research. Like, if I see that someone says, oh, this celebrity did this or this person did that, actually go look at the clip yourself, watch it fully, because people be clipping up the clips, if that makes sense. They be cutting up the clips. So y'all just got to make sure y'all actually do your own research and do your own judgment, not just what other people say.
The trolls showed up. Once the documentary aired, Norman became a meme. Trolls edited the footage with fake subtitles. But the worst part wasn't the internet. It was the kids at school. They teased him every chance they got.
Even though he didn't even do anything, right?
Die Leute sind einfach durchgedreht und ich habe es dann auch jeden Tag zu spüren bekommen. Jeden Tag habe ich mir das dann angehört, dass die Leute mich kennen, über den ganzen Schulhof brüllen.
Norman kept saying it was just a skit, but most people didn't believe him, so he tried a different approach. He dyed his hair and stopped wearing glasses. He hoped strangers wouldn't recognize him, but it didn't work. Norman was harassed everywhere he went. After 3 years of constant bullying, Norman snapped. He got drunk on a school trip and started making disturbing threats. He even threatened to take the lives of those who bullied him.
Talking to my classmates. How I hate all people, how I hate this world.
While he was ranting, someone recorded him. They took it straight to the teachers, and Norman was arrested and expelled from school. By this point, Norman was in a fit of rage. He refused community service, so he was sent to jail.
So you don't give a shit about all the kids that was bullying him, but when he has a fucking drunk meltdown, now he's getting arrested, bro. She was so fucked up about the law enforcement, man.
Detention.
Especially these schools, bro. They don't give a shit about people getting bullied.
He locked himself in his room, hiding from the world, all because people online turned a joke into a nightmare. It took 2 years, but Norman started putting his life back together. He made new friends and got into a relationship. He even became a music producer. Imagine doing someone a favor, only for that person to turn around and backstab you online. That's the next story. Helen, the Plan B woman. In 2018, Helen was flying from New York to Dallas. She sat next to a lady named Rosie Blair. The two women were strangers. Before takeoff, Rosie asked Helen for a favor. Rosie's boyfriend was in a different seat, and she wanted to sit next to him. So she asked Helen to switch seats with him. Helen agreed. But just before the swap, Rosie made a joke. She said maybe the guy Helen was about to sit next to might be the love of her life. They both laughed. Helen didn't realize that joke was a red flag. Helen moved seats, and she ended up sitting next to a random guy. Helen and the guy started chatting. They really got along. Helen had no idea that behind her, Rosie was watching everything. From the row behind, Rosie saw Helen talking to this random guy, and she believed that her joke was coming true. So she pulled out her phone and started live tweeting what she thought was a love story unfolding in real time. Rosie took pictures. She listened in on their conversation and tweeted everything she noticed. One tweet said, "No wedding rings in sight." Another said, "They're both personal trainers. They have touched arms a few times, and they're both vegetarians."
Bro, this girl is fanned the fuck out. Jeez. Like, your friend is getting they're just conversating. You don't even know where it's going, and you're just saying no wedding rings in sight And all this shit about touching arms, bro. How old are we, bro? You're grown ass women, I assume. You gotta be better than this, bro.
One tweet went a little too far. She wrote that Helen and the man both went to the restroom at the same time, and when Helen came back, her hair was down. Rosie's tweet hinted that something intimate happened,
saying that the girl in question went to the bathroom with her hair up. And what did Detective Rosie Blair say? When she came back, her hair was down.
By the next day, Rosie's tweets went viral. Hashtag Plain Bay was trending.
This morning, we have a love story to tell you about for the ages. If you were on Twitter yesterday, this is everywhere, and it is awesome.
If you haven't heard the story of Plain Bay, then you are missing the best plane story
ever. Plain Bay.
It was
The way he spelled it on the
entertainment
thing, I was so
they could
confused.
ask for. And they made sure no one on the ground following the budding romance on social media missed any of it.
Remember, Rosie secretly took photos of Helen and the random guy, but she blurred their faces. Unfortunately, that didn't matter. Within hours, internet detectives identified Helen. They found her full name, her social media, and started posting it online. That's when the trolls came for her. The bathroom tweet sparked the worst kind of attention. People were convinced Helen had done something inappropriate mid-flight, and the comments were brutal.
She was harassed after people found her social media accounts with at least a few comments indicating that she was a skank.
Helen was overwhelmed. She deleted all her social media accounts, but the rumors kept spreading. Meanwhile, Rosie, the one whose tweet started the issue, was thriving. She gained followers, brand attention, and media interviews. Eventually,
throwing her
Helen
friend
released
underneath
a
the
statement
bus
through her lawyer. It read, "Strangers publicly discussed my private life based on patently false information. I've been doxxed, shamed, insulted."
Yeah, I would
and
definitely not be that
harassed.
girl's friend
Only
anymore,
then
too,
did
bro.
Rosie apologize. But the apology didn't erase the rumors. Years passed
Rosie, I'm not your
since
friend
the
anymore.
Plain
Fuck
Bay
that.
incident,
Or give me
but
some money.
Helen's
Give me a
name
shitload
was
of money,
still
bro.
attached to it, all because she did someone a favor. The girl in the next story had no idea that chasing her passion would ruin her life. Rebecca Black. In 2010, Rebecca Black was 13, and she had a dream. Rebecca wanted to be a famous musician, but she wasn't rich. She was raised by a single mom who worked hard to support her. Then, Rebecca heard something that sounded too good to be true. A friend told her about a company called Arc Music Factory. They made music videos for kids who wanted to be famous, but there was a catch. The video would cost $4,000. She begged her mom to pay for the video.
$4,000, man.
Eventually, her mom would
That song better be great. If you're going, because getting your regular mom that don't make that much money to go fucking spend 4 G's on a music video, you better blow up off that video, man. At least 1 million views.
Didn't even have to write a song. Arc gave her 2 options. One was called Superwoman. The other was Friday. Rebecca chose Friday.
They sent me a song called It's Friday. And it was this cute little song of like waking up, going to school. And I was like, yeah, I do that. This is it.
She invited her friends to help film the video. The whole thing felt like a school project. On February 10th, 2011, the video went live on YouTube. At first, nothing really happened. It got about 4,000 views in the first month.
Yeah, that's not making that 4K back.
A hit. Then a comedian saw the song, and he changed Rebecca's life. Daniel Tosh hosted a show on Comedy Central.
The name Rebecca Black does sound familiar. Hopefully, this kind of ends in a good story. I think. I don't know.
Tosh.0. And in March 2011, he featured Rebecca's song on his show, but he wasn't trying to praise Rebecca, he was roasting her.
Some artists work forever to get in the spotlight. Others have their mom pay a shitty producer $4 grand to make a music video for their not especially talented daughter.
That
damn, nigga. Isn't she 13? Like, relax, bro. I don't ever support like adults making fun of kids, bro. That shit's fucked up.
Rebecca's video shot up from 4,000 views to 70,000 overnight. Then it hit 200,000 the next day. By the end of the week, Friday had 29 million views.
Oh, million.
Almost every comment
that's doing
was
her
a
a favor.
punchline.
Bro, if that happens to you, you gotta do the DDG method, bro. Just take all the hate and troll the hate so people actually like you and follow you, bro. That's the method. Hopefully she did that. Hopefully. 29 million views, I'll take that. I don't care about the hate.
Definitely all making fun of me, making fun of the song. That immediately put the biggest pit in my stomach I've probably ever had.
Friday was among the most hated videos in YouTube history. It had over 2 million dislikes and only about 300,000 likes.
I mean, still 300,000 people that like your stuff.
2 people contacted Rebecca's family, one by phone, the other by email. Both said the same thing: take the video down or we'll take your daughter's life. That's when it stopped
it's
being a
that
joke.
serious. It's that serious.
They mentioned that they were going to take her life, and that's where you have to draw the line.
Rebecca didn't take the video down. account. The Friday music video remains on her YouTube channel till this day. Eventually, celebrities like Katy Perry and Lady Gaga told people to back off, and slowly the trolling and threats stopped. Most people expected Rebecca to disappear forever, but she kept making music. She released albums, became a DJ, and now tours with major artists. Rebecca Black went viral for all the wrong reasons, but somehow she turned it into something real. My friends,
that's what I like to see. Amazing.
People, especially online when you can hide behind your screen, but that's exactly when it matters the most. And my question to you is, what kind of person do you want to be when no one's watching?
I want to be a good person, man. What an amazing video, man. We're gonna actually check, is Rebecca Black channel still up, bro? Oh, lucky. As soon as you pay REB, it immediately pops up. 100 million views, man. She has 1 million followers. Is that her most view? Oh, that still is her most viewed song. I mean, hopefully she's still getting 400,000 views a video. She's doing some decent things. That's actually good to see. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe and comment for more videos from me. And also, guys, I would really appreciate if you guys check out my Twitch once again. That'll be down below in the description. See you on the next video, y'all. Peace out.